So we start at the top and we're going to start with the application layer. Well, the application layer is basically whatever is at the very top, and it's usually what the user sees. In this case, it's described by two applications on separate computers. So, and we're talking about separate computers because, of course, we're talking about the OSI model, and this is for communication. So for communication, you need at least two, right? So then you have the application, which is at the very top and is the software that you can actually see or interact with. Some people say that the application layer is actually the human computer interaction layer, and it's actually where it occurs, right? So the programs that run at the application layer, at this layer are of two different kinds. One of them is services to the user, and that's what regular people use, or what you have used up to now before learning about networks. And this includes, for example, HTTP, which is a protocol that runs in a web browser, right? So let's just leave it there, as the web browser. Now, I'm not gonna go in detail into any of these protocols because we will have time to go into them later on. As of now, we're just describing the layers and the protocols that run in them, right? So as we said then, in the application layer, we have services to the user, and that's like regular people, whatever they see and how they use their computer, right? Now, second to that is the utility programs that provide service to the system or that help the network actually survive. Not just the network, well, actually, yes, the network, because remember at layer 7, and because we're talking about layers, we're talking about communication. It's not about a standalone operating system or something that is just within itself and for itself, but it's something that is used for communication. So in this case, we're talking about other protocols that take place, but they help with the system, or they are called utilities as opposed to programs, right? So the utilities, you are going to learn to use them in this class because that's going to be part of your job as a network person, right? Now, another important thing in here is that at the application layer, at layer 7, we know that whatever is being sent on manipulated at that level is called the payload, okay? So technically and well defined, it's as written right in here. The payload is data that is passed between applications, right, or utility programs. So from one operating system, from one computer to another, that's the payload, and that's the name to the unit of data passed between application layers. Okay, so if we look at this, our little example, right? The application layer will be right here at the very top, and that's how the data, in this case the letter, interacts with the human being that is actually mailing it at the post office. The application layer is right in here, right on top of, it's only showing the very top, a general way of a model. So we have the application layer at the top, and we have some utilities like FTP, TFTP, and email, remote login, network management. And as a matter of fact, all of the ones shown in here are utilities rather than applications. But keep in mind that, as we said, right, this is the layer where the humans connect with the computer, or they interact with the computer. Now, the only difference in here is that the kind of humans that actually interact with these kind of utilities are network technicians, like you would be.